from this tiny little studio on this tiny little Greek island. Good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday today, December 4th. This is for all the Annas in the world. Χρόνια πολλά. And I am, so many things to do. I am preparing, as you can see up there, it's like canvas paper type thing for the next video that I'm preparing today and filming today on painting trees. And the basic, it's a beginner's type video for those of you who just kind of want to get the basic understanding of really how do you put together a tree with all those leaves and all, how do you do it? What are some things that you need to think about? And so I'm going to do that video today, hopefully upload it, yes. For you guys in the members group, I uploaded yesterday, I believe, it's a 3-part session that painting on. You can see the painting. I suppose you can't tell from there what's going on, but working on a sunrise. I guess I got some glare from the light, but working on a sunrise scene that I took a reference photo when I was in Savannah, living in Savannah. This is from my balcony. This incredible sunrise. It was just amazing. And I'm serious, when you look at the reference photo, that it was that intense and just spectacular. So I'm putting that together and have uploaded the second part. I have 2 parts up on the YouTube channel right now, and I don't think the third one got up. It was supposed to go up last night. I pushed the upload button, but when I checked this morning, it wasn't there. So I'll get that up today. The very last part of that painting session. So if you're in the members group, you can go in and watch. Each one is about 20 minutes, the first 2. The last one, I think, is just 14 minutes long, the ending of this first stage of the painting. So you can go in and watch it fully and paint along. Yes, that would be the thing to do. If you like the scene, it's dealing with the morning colors on a cloudy day. So I'm working with clouds, storm clouds, with all that moisture, which is creating the colors, those intense morning colors that really only in Savannah, Georgia, is maybe possible. The conditions, maybe it's generally in the tropics, in any kind of tropical, very moist weather systems, that you actually see things that are so incredibly wow. So I've always wanted to paint that scene, and finally I'm doing it, and it's a study. So if it works and is something that is something that can be turned into a larger painting, that is what I'll do. So those are the things that I've been filming. So yeah, lost my train of thought there. I've got the third part to upload. I will redo it after the morning musings. And I have, you can see I've got my gesso out, and I've been putting lots of gesso on this canvas paper type thing. So it's low quality stuff. This is for a demo, so I don't need to pull out the Belgian canvas, the linen. And again, it is cloudy and rainy, and now we've got a new storm coming in, which is the southern wind. So it's going to bring warmth, but quite a bit of wind and rain. So, so again, I don't know this weekend how that's going to pull through. We shall see. What else in the studio? Oh yes, I will be as soon as I get this done. I working on my next podcast, Tiny Studio, Big Ideas, and really wanting to move into. I would really love to talk to some artists out there about creativity and how they view creativity and how they work, their process of how they go about their artwork. And for me, it just seems to be something that's really helpful when I see how other people, other artists, embody their creativity and open up to it. There's always things to learn, and it's so fascinating to me. What else? I believe we've got this evening, again with the members, we're going to get together and have a Zoom call. And hook up and just check in with each other and see where we're at in our creative journey. So if you're able to make it, I will put the Zoom link in the community channel for members. So go ahead and hook up there. I will be on 6 o'clock my time here. So whatever time that is in your part of the world, I will be here. As far as that goes, that's pretty much it today. I haven't got any real deep thoughts on things. I'm always mulling over ideas, but maybe for those of you out there who are the creative types, who are on a different level, which can come off as being unstable. Those of you out there like me who have the ability to dive into this idea and you actually see it, you visually create the possibility film of that idea or that lifestyle or that instance, and you're able to fully live it, to really expand the entire thing, and it's happening in your head, and it's like watching a movie. I know there's other people out there like me, and then a day later or moments later, you can go on a completely different trajectory and experience a completely different lifestyle in a moment, right? In a film moment in your mind. It's up here in your sixth chakra area where it is, you have the idea and then you fully live it. Right? I mean, it just becomes real, and you're like, oh, if I go off, and what if I tried this, and you're there, and because you cannot take every single idea that comes to your mind, the awareness um, of all these different possibilities, and you can't bring them down and limit the creativity and bring it down and manifest it in the world, right? A lot of it remains up here, and when you are up there in that space, you're like a cloud, and you are continually moving and flowing and dancing in that open, beautiful blue sky where anything is possible. It's such an incredible place to be. But when you are compared with the rocks down in down in the first chakra area, when you're compared with that, the rocks down here think you're absolutely bonkers, that there's something wrong with you. And the rocks don't even realize that they too are clouds. And clouds don't realize that they too are rocks and that everything is connected. And I was having a conversation with someone that is very, very dear to me, who has that capacity of being up there and seeing everything. And I was telling her, it is such a gift to be able to connect with this area of inspiration, of visualization, of fantasy, of testing out in your mind all the different possibilities. It is where art is alive and humming. It is where music is alive and humming. It's art as well. Where photography, photographers also are up in this area. Without it, you cannot create extravagant, beautiful works of art. It's anybody can paint, a scene. Anybody can paint a scene, but there has to be, if you're a rock, there has to be a growth upwards in connecting with all these different areas within us on that creative pathway. And if you're stuck up here, it's really difficult. It's really difficult. It's hard to limit yourself and to create that space where your creativity can focus in, create the painting, and manifest it out into the world as a physical work of art, right? You need to have both. You need both the abstract area and you need that physical area. So it's the people who are up here, like I was for so many years, learning how to paint was just something that helped me come to the actual creation of a painting. And those who are stuck in the physical, that they can move up and begin to understand the more abstract realms of their imagination, which brings you to a higher level. And, there's that song again. I've talked about this before. It's been about a year, I think, since I've actually mentioned this song by Costa Hadzi, To Aeroplano, right? The airplane. And in the song, he's saying, that how life has, embittered him, that he feels bitterness towards life. And he says, I want to get up in an airplane and fly up higher and look down on the world and see things from a different perspective. You know, the big houses become little matchboxes, you know, and people are like the size of ants. And, you know, how your perspective of things changes when you raise yourself up to this higher level and you can look down and say, okay, things are not as things are not as bad, as difficult as what they seem when you're down on the ground, looking up at the houses and the problems and the people and the difficulties and that chaos happening in our daily lives. So it's a balance. We all need to find that uplifting, more abstract balance, and also be connected and grounded to this reality. So those are my thoughts from the tiny little studio on this tiny little Greek island. You guys be inspired, be creative, be you. Have a beautiful, beautiful day today.